Okay. You see this video, you can see that I was watching this, and I don't know where this thing just comes up. This little circle thing showing that it's loading, and of course, when things like that happens, I'm like, okay, are they did they do this or not? Like, because I know they have ability to manipulate my phones, my connection, my internet connections, and there've been cases where like I've been on a website and sometimes there's been issue loading, and then I have to they've done that. And so it's only natural to then have some suspicions in regard, like, is they them doing this, that, or it's only natural. I could not be like, oh, of course it's not going to be them, like, because they've done things to my computers. And so, even though that suspicion is there, it's like, oh, whatever, I don't care because it's whatever. I'm going to continue to see this. But then they use these moments like, oh, you see that? Oh, you thought it was us, huh? Oh, so these things that you're experiencing is not us. They use these moments where, as somebody who know that everything around you is orchestrated, that your devices are hacked, manipulated, and they do things to my devices. I've been on a website where literally, they like it won't just not, it stopped working. Like, page wasn't loading, and then just refresh it and you'll be okay again. They've done it that before. There's even been videos where every once in a while there's a little bit of loading. It's not often, but they have done it a few times to understand that they can control my connections, and sometimes things are loading, and so it is absolutely normal to think like that. Because it would be stupid if I were like, oh, no, of course they cannot be doing that. Like, yes, this is nothing. And then they've done things to load my to make my computer not load fast, or just have a problem connection for a quick second and then come back. But it's not the most, it's not it's not often, right? They do that very rarely, but they've done it. And so when it's something like that happen, of course my mind is going to go naturally into like, did they do something or not? Whatever, I don't know, it doesn't matter, but they can easily do that. Now, when I have these moments like that, to them, they start trying to make me feel doubtful about the obvious things that I know they do to me. Before that, they were bringing back a moment where there's this, there's this like next door neighbor in the balcony. I remember there was like a bunch of perps hanging over there. I say like a kid over there, like maybe between 13 and 15, between that age group. And they were forcing me to like try to get this weird sensation toward that kid. Things they do all the time. That's why I take pictures and put it on YouTube, because like, look at what they try to, like, I wish that's another case. Like, I wish I took a picture and could put this on YouTube, and so like they forcing me to get sensation stimulations, like this nastiness, right? And I know it's them. I don't have doubts. This is not like, oh, are they messing with my internet connection or not? Like, this is not that. It's like, yes, you're forcing me to experience this. But these people do everything they can to make you feel doubtful and question the obvious. When it comes to my perceptions and the stimulations and sensation, I don't have doubt. I know that's what they do. When it comes to something that is not loading well, that's not doing this, I'm like, oh, I'm not sure. Maybe they usually don't do it, but they have done it before, but it's not often. Yeah. But maybe they're doing it today. They're like, I don't know. It doesn't matter, because it doesn't faze me. Most of the time they don't do it, but they have the ability to do it. I mean, they can manipulate your thoughts in every way. So they've done things with my computers. All my devices, all have experienced some kind of manipulations. All of them. My phone, sometimes camera is just like been acting weird. My desktop, oh my gosh, crazy. Like, the manipulation is so obvious. Like, even the cursor. Like they push it the other way while I'm pushing. So I know they can control all my devices, and they have shown me they do that to the X degree, big time. Like, not often, but like obviously, like, just like know that we are able to manipulate your devices, like that obvious. But they don't do it often. So when little things like that happen, you're like, did they do something, or is it just okay? So in this case, it was just like, just the video thing. It's like, okay, so you understand that, but they use this moment to try to make you feel doubtful about the obvious thing that you know they do to you. To all my target individual, the reason why I make these videos is because these people wants to live off a reality they put together. You will feel, you will be on high alert because these people are orchestrating, manipulating everything around you. So as somebody who knows this, you're going to be on high alert, and you should be, because they are doing things around you and to you. So you have to understand that that's the. And then if they try to vilify and try to gaslight you because like some random thing happened and you were like, okay, suspicious, is that them? Like you don't know, like is that well, I'm not sure. They be like, you see, I did it, all right. So all these things that we're doing, it's not us. No, that this is what they do. Understand this. Their job is to break you down. No reality, and understand. As somebody who knows all their devices are being manipulated or are able, they have ability to manipulate it and have manipulated in one way or another, you will be on high alert. That's only what you should be like. That's what is expected. So if something happens like that and you're like questioning, asking yourself, did they do something or not? Is of course normal. Now, the things that you obviously know that you don't have to doubt about it, the things that you know every day, that's what they do. They're gonna try to get you to subscribe to it. As I'm speaking now, they're doing everything possible to change and create you to accept these things, and using the scriptives, the manipulations, the repetitions, and the tonalities to try to get you to accept this. To all my target individuals, know this. I make these videos every day in order to make sure that when the moment comes, I can't even recollect reality, or when I'm completely gone, I can say that I've made hundreds of videos making sure that I say the same thing over and over. This will happen again. It is only natural to have some suspicion when something on your phone is off, is not working well, or something just loading, to think, are they doing this? Absolutely. These people have done some crazy things on my phone. I mean, my camera started out of nowhere. I was making like this video, started blurring up, changing like different colors, and then it stopped. So you're like, okay, well, you already know, like they can do that. Your phone, your devices, your computer. Oh my gosh, your cursor. They're moving the other way while you're moving this way. Okay, they can do this, but of course they can do that, because something you have no doubt about is how you've been reacting to things. They've been manipulating your brain, and because you know yourself, you know this is not natural. You see this little kid there, they forcing you to get stimulations. You know that, and guess what they're gonna do when I say things like that, because they want me to identify with the pedophilia things they do. You've guessed it, repetitions of the terms they're gonna repeat. Castrate with the tonality. To all my target individuals, know yourself, understand what they do, understand how they're gonna try to gaslight you, and see these people for what they are. People will try to break you down and make you acceptive to these manipulations.